WTIM Morning Show. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. On the phone line this morning, we are joined by Amy Hagan, co-coordinator over at the Taylorville Food Pantry. How are you this morning, Amy?
Hey, I'm doing great, Tim. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here.
Oh, of course. We always appreciate our updates with the Taylorville Food Pantry, and we're coming off the biggest week maybe for the Food Pantry in Thanksgiving. Headlines here. What did you guys experience, and how donations go?
Well, I tell you what, as you would expect, there were just a tremendous number of families that we were able to serve last week during the Thanksgiving holiday. For example, I know even though we don't have solid numbers for the month of November yet, since it just wrapped, I haven't got those totaled up, but I know just in the last week alone, right before the holiday season, we served 119 households.
Okay.
And that was a tremendous number, and that was literally over just 2 days.
Wow.
And then the number of individuals in those 2 days alone was 364. So, basically what I'm trying to say is our local Taylorville Food Pantry during the Thanksgiving rush was busting at the seams for sure.
My goodness.
You mentioned the comment about how the community responded. We partnered up with the Taylorville Police Department again. They're just incredible individuals in more ways than one for what they do for our community and providing safety and taking care of community members as they do. And not only are they servants to our community with regard to protecting our streets, but they also have a heart for the people. And I want to give a special shout out to Officer Beeman. For the last number of years, she has been so instrumental in making sure that there was food collected that was then redistributed for the Thanksgiving holiday. And it's such an important mission for her. And to have her leadership and the leadership from the Taylorville Police Department in partnership with the Taylorville Food Pantry is it's just incredible.
That is just perfect. So happy to hear Taylorville Police Department getting involved with the effort there, even specific officers. So I thank you for mentioning those names there. And 119 households served, 364 individuals. How are these numbers lining up with previous months' numbers?
Obviously the holiday season, my phone in particular was ringing off the hook of people wanting to know if there was going to be special holiday meat. Everybody likes to have that Thanksgiving turkey to be able to share with their families this time of year. And, we did have a number of donors step forward. The challenge that we put out last month was, if you're going to the store to buy a holiday meat for your own family, buy a holiday meat for a family that is in our community that you don't know. And people responded to that somewhat. Then we had some incredible donations like Shadow Box here in town. They do so much good in our community as well. And they stepped forward and gave $1,000 to the Taylorville Food Pantry so that we could buy special items for Thanksgiving giveaway. So, yeah, I mean, the need was definitely great. We heard from a number of people who wanted to know, if they were eligible to get something. We welcomed them in. We always like to have holiday pies. We had, a few of those, but not one enough for every family. And we did bulk up. We had quite a lot available, just through normal distribution. And then to have the holiday meat to top it off is what we were trying to accomplish for every family in the community.
That is just perfect. And I think I had multiple conversations. I know I did in the last month here, since the last time we talked, of just random canned donation drives at whatever event it is, all for the Taylorville Food Pantry. Can you speak to just, and off the top of your head, if you can think any of these other local organizations that's been collecting this month?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've had very generous donations given to us as of late from Taylorville High School, Taylorville Junior High. The hospital is always very instrumental in stepping forward to do something this time of year. But I'm glad you mentioned that because our partners at the Central Illinois Food Bank actually are encouraging us to promote the idea in our communities about this reverse Advent calendar idea.
Yeah.
And we will post it on our Facebook page, Taylorville Food Pantry, because there's a fair amount to it. But basically, as the idea goes, every day leading up to Christmas, there is a item or a theme for each day. And so the Advent calendar launched on December the 1st. And like I said, we'll have it out on our Facebook page. But for example, December 1st was canned soup day, and December 2nd was box of cereal day. And so basically, we're going to have it out on our Facebook page. We're encouraging those who visit us there, they'll be able to see the calendar. And then in their homes, they can make this sort of a forefront of their mind this holiday season. Think about those in need. When you go to the store, buy a can of soup, buy a box of cereal, and then we have a drop box out on the east side of our building. It's 24-hour day, 365 day a year access. You can put those items in the drop box anonymously, and then they will go towards helping neighbors in need. But for example, today is pasta day. So if you're going to the grocery store, pick up a box of pasta, drop it by our food pantry at 1429 East Main Cross, and know that box of pasta is going to go and help a family in need in our community.
I love this initiative right here, reverse Advent calendar. So instead of pulling something out for the day, you're actually given a little mission to go out and purchase something for this Taylorville Food Pantry. We can find that Advent calendar on your guys' Facebook page.
Yes, that's exactly right.
All
It will there, yes.
Awesome. This is a newer thing for Central Illinois Food Bank to kind of send out an initiative of any kind in the winter time, or is this something that you guys expect?
We're just so blessed to have the partnership of the Central Food Bank. There's creative minds that are oriented towards hunger awareness, and that's really what it's about, is getting people interested in the subject, getting them knowledgeable about the subject, and offering them opportunities and ways to give back.
Sure. How much donations come from the Central Illinois Food Bank?
We receive 2 trucks a month from the Central Illinois Food Bank, and they're just a stalwart partner of ours at the food pantry. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without the partnership of Central Illinois Food Bank, as well as Midwest Food Bank. Central Illinois being in Springfield, Midwest Food Bank being in Bloomington, and we've got volunteers literally that drive pickup trucks well better than I do. Have no issue going to either of those food banks if there's extra things available. We've got volunteers that are willing to make those treks to those places and pick things up from the food bank warehouse and bring them home to our local food pantry.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky to have that partnership.
Yeah, extremely blessed there. And so safe to say this was a successful Thanksgiving with the Taylorville Food Pantry, able to serve all the patrons necessary, and headline is all good things here?
Yes, absolutely. And, obviously Christmas is coming up. So, as you have plenty to feed your families and to give your loved ones the holiday season that you'd like to give to them, remember that not everybody in the community is quite that fortunate. It's not uncommon. I've talked many times on this show about the number of new households that we serve every month. That still continues to be the case. There isn't a month that goes by that we're not seeing, between 20 and 30 new households to the fold.
Wow.
So it's incredible. The need is extremely great, and we're doing everything that we can to provide nutritious and plentiful food options to our neighbors.
Yeah, absolutely. Some unbelievable numbers that come out every single month. But Taylorville Food Pantry there to respond every single month, as we've been saying there. Let's talk Christmas donations when we come back here with Amy Hagan, coordinator with the Taylorville Food Pantry right here on our WTIM morning show. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Taylorville Square will be abuzz with excitement on Saturday, December 7th, as Santa Claus makes his official appearance. It's the annual Taylorville Christmas Parade at 5 p.m., sponsored by Downtown Taylorville and the Small Town Taylorville Committee. A host of units will be marching around the square to usher in the holiday season. And the climax of it all will be Jolly St. Nick making his first appearance on the Taylorville Square, visiting boys and girls in the Santa house following the parade. Listen as we bring you the sights and sounds of Santa Claus's appearance and the many units in the Taylorville Christmas Parade, when WMKR Genuine Country 94.3 broadcasts the event live at 5 p.m. The Taylorville Christmas Parade live broadcast on WMKR is brought to you by these sponsors: Dear Yesteryear, mixing the best of the old with the trendiest of the new, located at 421 West Springfield Road in Taylorville and online at dearyesteryear.com. And Craig's Realtors, Christian County's real estate market leader at 650 North Webster in Taylorville.
It's the Sparklight Cyber Deal you've been waiting for. Get blazing fast 1 gig internet for just $29.95 a month for 3 months. Stream, game, and work at lightning speed, all at an unbeatable price. But don't wait. This exclusive offer ends December 6th. Call 844-416-1889 or visit sparklight.com/internet. Sparklight, always working for you. Enrollment in auto pay and paperless billing required for promotional rate $69.95 per month, months 4 to 12. Regular rate of $85 per month. Restrictions apply.
This is Bill Pinkston, General Sales Manager at Landmark of Taylorville. Stop in today and harvest some huge savings on the final 2024s. Right now, you can save $11,000 on a new Silverado RST. Prefer a GMC Sierra? Current GMC owners can save over $12,000 on a new GMC Denali. Need a redesigned fuel saver? You can save over $5,000 on a Buick Encore GX. Plus, we have over 350 pre-owned vehicles in our family dealerships. And with our lifetime powertrain warranty, why would you buy anywhere else? Shop us day or night at landmarkattaylorville.com. And remember,
You always do better at Landmark.
Dip into real dairy flavor with farmer-owned Prairie Farms dairy dips in 4 delicious flavors. Choose from French onion, bacon cheddar, jalapeno fiesta, and veggie ranch dips. Perfect for family or friend get-togethers or anytime. Grab these delicious Prairie Farms dairy dips in the dairy case. Prairie Farms has been bringing farm fresh quality from their family to yours for 85 years.
Pastor Brian Moore here from Locust Grove Church near Assumption. We are alive and so worth the drive. Find directions to our church and watch our video podcast by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Agriculture is our largest industry. Your agriculture information station is WTIM, AM, FM, and online. Tune in or stream WTIM's over 8 hours a day of ag information featuring our local farm broadcaster to be in the know.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into WTIM, your information station. Time now for our second half with Amy Hagan, co-coordinator with the Taylorville Food Pantry. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. That first half, we talked about a successful Thanksgiving over there with the Taylorville Food Pantry and some help from the Central Illinois Food Bank. We'll hit on that later in this episode. But let's talk volunteers, Amy Hagan. We've spoke on it briefly in the past there, or maybe sometimes ad nauseum, but volunteers needed at the Taylorville Food Pantry, and it couldn't get much easier to get work with you guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the opportunity to spotlight our volunteers. As I've shared with you before, I mean, we're just so fortunate to have the volunteer base that we have, people that show up, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, and some to help us with different things that need done. But in all sincerity, I oftentimes get asked the question about how to volunteer. Is it easy? What kind of help do we need? That type of thing. So I just wanted to really kind of drill in and say this.
Absolutely.
First of all, there is no age limit. If you have a heart for service you are welcome to come and be a part of our distribution. Basically, we are open, as you know, Tuesday mornings from 8:30 to 10 a.m., Thursday evenings from 5:30 to 7 p.m., and Saturday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. Now, the thing that I want folks to know is if you could plan to be there 20 minutes before those posted times and plan to be there 20 to 30 minutes after those posted times, one is to learn what work needs to be done specific to that day and get in place and learn the layout. On the back end, why we need you is there is cleanup to be done, there is reorganization to be done, there's garbage to be taken out, all of the things to get ready for the next distribution day.
Yeah.
So we don't leave there on Tuesday until things are ready for Thursday, and we don't leave there Thursday until things are ready for Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's constant, preparation, distribution, and then cleanup. Preparation, distribution, cleanup, and so forth. But age, there is no limit. We've had volunteers as young as probably 5 or 6 years old, and we have volunteers that are into their 90s.
Wow.
So if you have a heart for service, we have a place for you. There is no application. Your first time in, we'll ask for your name and we'll ask for a phone number. We put it in our little black book, and we call it our book of fame, because one of these days, one of our volunteers is probably going to go on and, write a book or be some TikTok star or something, and we want to be able to prove that they once volunteered for our pantry. But in all sincerity, we love our volunteers. We couldn't do what we do without them, and our volunteers are such a necessity. No one is paid by working at the Taylorville Food Pantry. There's no wages. There's no salary. All of us are doing it because of the kindness and the generosity of our hearts. But people have, community service hours sometimes to fill the need. They may have be part of student council or National Honor Society. They may be a Cub Scout. They may be a Girl Scout. Any of those things. If you have volunteer hours to give, please keep us in mind for working off that obligation at our place. We need volunteer shoppers. We need people who are willing to go out and pick things up on route from our different retail partners. We need people to repack. Right now we're repacking peanut butter chocolate chips. So we need people who are willing to do that in the back room. We need people to cull through produce. It's endless, quite honestly. We have one gentleman who comes in on Saturday mornings and helps us mop our floors.
Wow.
So if you've got a heart for service, we've got a place for you, and that is the headline.
Yeah, absolutely. No age limits there, and just no skill requirements either. There's just such a range of jobs to be done over there with the Taylorville Food Pantry. And if people are hearing this right now and they want to get involved, can they show up? Can they call? Is there a website to email? Or what do we do there?
Yeah, I'm going to make it real simple on folks, Tim. All they literally have to do is show up on this day, and we'll find a place for them. No need to call ahead, no application. It's just about as easy as it could possibly be.
It really is. Show up on one of those distribution days and learning the cycle of it. It's not just 3 days you guys are working in there. It's a constant effort. Amy, we are pretty much out of time here. Any websites you'd like to give off for final words for our listeners today?
Just come check us out, TaylorvilleFoodPantry.com, or check our Facebook page at the same. We are located at 1429 East Main Cross in Taylorville.
Perfect. Amy, thank you for all you're doing out there in the community, and thanks for joining us today on the morning show.
Thanks, Tim.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Amy Hagan, coordinator with the Taylorville Food Pantry right here on the WTIM Morning Show. We thank you all for tuning in to this one.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.